Today's DBL Spotlight features one of television's best storytellers. Lieutenant Joe Kenda turned his experience as a homicide investigator into a popular crime series. Check out a clip from Homicide Hunter.
When a case becomes cold, it's the ultimate frustration. You are searching for a shadow, a ghost. But do we surrender? Absolutely not.
The Lieutenant Joe Kenda, first and foremost, welcome to Daily Blast Live. Now, we've seen a resurgence in movies with historical murders like the Manson murders and Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, and even Zac Efron playing Ted Bundy. Now, you were a homicide investigator for over 20 years. What would you say is at the heart of this fascination?
I think people have always been fascinated by a mystery. For thousands of years, people have gathered around a fire and said, "Tell me a story." And if you tell it well, they'll ask you to tell another.
A young mother found dead in a cemetery.
She'd been stabbed 25 times.
The killer saw Cynthia McLuhan as this object to play with.
Speaking of mystery, Ted Bundy has been consistently portrayed as someone who would use his charm to fly under the radar as a murderer. And you actually got to interview him back in the 70s. So, what was it like talking to one of the most famous serial killers in history? And was he as charming as everyone said he was?
I disagree completely with the entertainment assessment of that guy. We talked to him, another detective and I, for 10 minutes or so in the Pitkin County Jail in Colorado, where he was under arrest. And we found him to be psychotic, but initially his MO worked pretty well for him. And the FBI puts him at 36 homicides. And in Florida, he was executed. So goodbye, Ted.
Now, in your career as a homicide investigator, you closed 92% of your cases. But what's the one case that you would say sticks out with you the most?
Every one of them did.
Yeah.
Violent death is violent death. No, none is better or worse than another. When you go from a shadow in the night to a first, middle, and last name, it is euphoric.
Wow. Lieutenant, thank you for your service, and I'm looking forward to watching the final season of Homicide Hunter. Thank you again, and we appreciate your time here at DBL.
You're entirely welcome.
I can never say thank you enough for your service, Lieutenant Kenda.